Scores, welcome back to the show. As you know, my name is Sean Suge Amos, and this is the Real Hooper Show. And the finals is here. The Spurs down 0-2, Knicks up 2-0. Will they make a turnaround? Will the Spurs come back? Will it be a sweep? Will it be a gentleman's sweep? We're on our way to Madison Square Garden, the most expensive seats ever. Will they do it there? Will they go back to San Antonio? We'll see. And we're going to talk about it today. I got my guy here. My guy E. What's good, my boy?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Ooh, you already know what's good. The NBA Finals.
Yeah.
NBA Finals, man. Listen, man. I didn't see it going this way. I didn't see the Spurs going down 2-0. Maybe 1-1. Maybe 1-1. I say 1-1.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be 1-1. I thought the Spurs was gonna win game 2.
1-1, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what happened, bro? Wemby was crying 2 weeks ago. Yeah, look, I posted a reaction video to Kevin Garnett's he had his comment where he talked about Wemby was too emotional. That was too emotional for that moment. But here's the thing, right? That's not the reason why they're losing. Right? Like, he's 22 years old. And it is the irony of the most emotional player we've ever seen in the NBA telling someone else not to be too emotional is crazy. But that's another story for another day. I'm going to tell you why the Spurs is losing, bro. You know why the Spurs is losing, bro?
Why they losing, bro?
They beating themselves.
This is for every hooper that's struggling to get recruited right now. I know this process is tough. Trust me, I've been there before. Coaches miss players every day, and a lot of talented athletes never get the exposure they deserve. But that's exactly why Scouters College was created. Scouters College help players get in front of real coaches by allowing you to create a player profile, upload your highlights, stats, and game film all in one place. And get this. It gets better. Scouters also offer NIL opportunities for athletes who are serious about taking their game to the next level. The best part is, it's free to sign up. And if you want to upgrade your profile, use our code, Score Society, for a discount. Don't wait until it's too late. Summer basketball is right around the corner, and every exposure opportunity matters. Create your profile today and start your recruitment journey with Scouters College.
Don't get me wrong. I think the Knicks won the first game fair and square. They're all fair and square. But I think the Knicks beat them the first game. The Spurs, the second game, they beating themselves. Like, think about this, right? Karl Anthony Towns is not known for a pull-up jump shot. He's not known for a pull-up jump shot. He's known for driving to the basket or shooting three, right?
Yep.
Why are you chasing off-balance closeouts on Karl Anthony Towns? Why? Just live with it. Wemby, you 7'4", live with it. If you make the shot over 8'2" wingspan, fine. The first game, Karl Anthony Towns was 0 for 2, right? The second game, he was 3 for 5. I'll live with it. If Karl Anthony Towns is going to beat me shooting threes over Wemby, I'm okay with that.
See, my only issue with that is he's not only beating you shooting threes, or him going 0 for 2 and then 3 for 5 is showing that he's not settling for the jump shot. He's beating you in multiple ways,
right?
With his passing, like you said, getting to the basket. Yeah, and he's still scoring 18 to 20 points.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
here's the thing. When he get them post-ups, he's getting them on switches. He is playing hard, so he's going to get some putbacks. This is not playground basketball. When I say play good defense, don't beat yourself. Slow him down. I don't mean that Karl Anthony Towns is not going to score. I don't mean he's going to necessarily miss all his shots because you're contesting the shot. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is he's averaging averaging a double-double right now. He's averaging a double-double in this series, 19 and 12 in this series. But his shooting percentages is what we're focusing on. He's shooting 55% from the field and 42% from three. You want those numbers to go down. You can get 19 points, but at what expense? The Spurs can blow him out, and he still can get 19 points, right?
Yeah.
You can have 19 points and the Spurs win by 3, but is the 19 points on 55% shooting? Is it on 20% shooting, 30% shooting? See, they're doing a good job against Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is 33% from the field, 23% from three. The last game, he was 5 for 26. You can live with that. You can live with that. Because you know why? These guys are professionals. There's no such thing as, but just shut him down and he just don't score at all. It's not playground. These guys hire people to actually play defense on them and to show them various scenarios so they're comfortable in the game. So they're going to hit shots. These guys are shooting 1,000 jump shots a day, or not, if not more, while they're practicing. They're going to hit shots. They're going to get hot. But when you're looking at Cat getting everything he wants. Cat is in his comfort zone. That's the biggest thing. So when I look at the Spurs, I look at it like, why are you guys playing these guys this way? Make him do things he don't want to do. Make Cat put the ball on the ground, right? Sure. But don't allow him to get straight to the basket. Don't allow him to get straight to the basket with no rim protector. Make him pull up.
See, now my question is, how uncomfortable can Wemby really make Cat? Because I haven't seen him being uncomfortable by anybody.
Because what you're seeing, he's not really posting Wemby up, right? He's finding his post games through switches, right? Then they're moving the basketball. The Knicks are moving the basketball, making Wemby chase the three, right? So what I would say is, one, don't switch on the pick and rolls. Okay. Stay solid. Then make him play over two hands all night. If he beats you over that, he's more prepared than you. That's uncomfortable, though. It's uncomfortable for Cat to play against a Wemby who's one of the tallest guys in the league and skilled, and the unanimous defensive player of the year. It's different. You feel me? So I just think they got to make this shit. I think they got to make him uncomfortable. They're beating themselves in other ways as well, though. Like, for instance, the last play, well, not the last play, but the notable play, the last notable play where Wemby threw the ball to Castle and he wasn't looking. You're beating yourself. You're beating yourself. Like, if anything, just wait until a guard comes. Slow it down. What you in a rush for? What you in a rush for? I said this last show. The Spurs are too erratic. The Spurs are too erratic in this moment. They're just moving too fast. They're rushing. Calm down. Like, that was an unforced turnover. You're beating yourself. Silly fouls. There was a play in the first half where the clock was winding down, shot clock winding down. Jose Alvarado has the basketball. Castle was guarding him. He forces him to the baseline. 1 to 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Jose Alvarado pump fakes. Castle jumps in his space, foul. Why? He's 5'6". You're 6'6". Why are you even jumping? Why are you even overplaying it? If he hits the shot, he hits the shot. And you got to be okay with that. Another play. Second half, fourth quarter, I believe, 1 to 2 minutes left in the game. OG, pump fakes, Champ Patty, or Vassell, one of the two, reaches their hand in on the 3-point shot, fouls him. Why? What are you doing? You're beating yourself. You're beating yourself. Then also, I actually like the defense intensity. What do you think about the defense intensity?
I think it's been pretty good defense on both ends. I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I believe there's a such thing as defensive pace. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
So here's the thing. They are playing half court defense, like meeting them at half court from start to finish.
Talking about the Spurs, right?
Spurs.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what's happening is this. Once they start moving the ball, the Spurs is chasing all over the place. They chasing all over the place. Over a course of a long game, you're going to get tired.
Yep.
You're going to start making silly mistakes. They're not going to get tired when it comes to physical, but they will get mental fatigue. And that's where you throw the ball to Castle when he's not looking. That's when you foul a OG or a Jose Alvarado on a 3. That's what you're seeing. That's when you have your tallest player running out to Cat. He blows by him and he's dunking, laying the ball up, getting fouled. That's what you have. That's what you have. See, they're doing a good job on a lot of these guys. But what's happening is guys start missing shots and they start getting wide open shots. They start feeling comfortable. They start feeling comfortable as the game goes on. And then they start hitting timely shots at the end. That's what you're seeing out of Jalen Brunson. So I think what's really hurting the Spurs, well, at least for the last game, game 2, what's hurting the Spurs game 2 is that they're beating themselves. They're just simply beating themselves. Like costly fouls with the shot clock running down. For what? Why are we fouling Jose Alvarado? Why? Because Castle, why? Why are we fouling OG? Why? Then the defensive pace. It's okay to pressure, but I don't think you can pressure all game because now you guys are running all over the place. Cat, all you're doing is pump fake and going to the basket because you're out of position. You got to give it to him in doses. Pause. You can't play that style the entire game because now you're tired, and that's when the mental fatigue come in. That's when you start throwing the ball to someone who's not looking. The Spurs are beating themselves in this situation. But I'm going to tell you why the Knicks are winning. I'm going to tell you why the Knicks is winning, E.
Okay.
You know what matters, man, in the finals? As you have deep playoff runs, what matters the most is experience. Have you been here before? That's what you're seeing. The average age on the Spurs is 22 years old, right? Mm-hmm. The Knicks have players on their team that's been to the finals. Not only been to the finals, won a championship. Now, don't get me wrong. The Spurs have a Harrison Barnes who won the championship, right? But he's not playing as much as OG. OG has won a championship with the Toronto Raptors. He's been here before. He's playing poised, averaging about 17 points, and averaging 17 points in the series and playing stellar defense. I mean, stellar defense. Mikal Bridges played in the finals. He played in the finals with the Suns. He was up 2-0 with the Suns. End up losing. So he already know the business. He already know the deal. And then, last but not least, Mike Brown. Mike Brown has been to the finals 7 times as a coach. He's been twice as a head coach. This year's being one of them. 2007 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then he also been an assistant coach for the Warriors in 2017, 18, 19, and 2022. Been to the finals. He already know the deal. He's calm in this situation. He knows how to calm his players down. He knows how to keep these guys in control. That's just what it is. That's what's really keeping the Knicks ahead of these guys. They just have the experience, man. They got the experience. And guys, we can sit here and break down the percentages and break down who had the leading score, who's the high score. We can do that all day. But at the end of the day, that's not what's winning this game. That's not what's winning this game, man. What's winning this game right now, man, this series, is experience. And I think the Knicks, I'd be surprised if the Knicks drop the ball on this one. I'm not going to lie to you.
You think it's going to be a sweep, or you think the Spurs can come into game three?
Listen, man.
Still a game. Still 2 games, actually.
I'm an underdog spirit, right? I'm an underdog spirit. Right now, the Spurs is the underdog. And I'm going to still say Spurs in 7.
Are you still saying Spurs in 7?
But I'll be surprised if it get there.
Okay.
I'll be surprised. I'm also a realist. This is a real Hooper show. Mm-hmm. We're not biased. We're not silly. We're not, But I believe that the Spurs would now have to come in with some more maturity. And I think the environment that they're about to enter with the pressure that they have on their shoulders is going to be too heavy. It's going to be too heavy. But I always root for the underdog. I always root for the team who people is counting out. And I got faith in them. I don't know if they can get it to 7. I think they can get a win in. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. It'd be crazy. If it's a sweep, this will be one of the most historic runs we've ever seen from any team. Any team. I believe that Laker team back in 2001, I mean, you guys can jump in the comments, let me know what other team went undefeated in the last 3 series that they played in before when they won the championship.
That's tough. I know that Golden State team. I think they lost to Braun. I think they lost 1 game to Braun.
Yeah,
but they did pretty good. What does that say about the Knicks though? You think the Knicks is
I think Mike Brown. It says a lot about Mike Brown.
You think
the Knicks? Nothing really much changed.
Nothing
changed for the Knicks. You drop Jose Alvarado is playing some big minutes. They picked up Clarkson, but he's not playing a lot of time. McBride's been there. Shamet is he's huge for them. But for the most part, their core group stays the same. Their core group is the starters. You put Mike Brown, a championship coach, in there. Game changer. It's a game changer. And people don't want to admit this. They don't think coaching matters. They think coaching is just like they draw the X's and O's. Me and my guy E was just talking here. We was talking about I see what he was saying. I see what you're saying when you talk about would you rather win a championship as a bench player or be a role player that gets minutes on a losing team. And the biggest difference on a championship team is the coach makes everyone feel like family. Everyone's involved. I was a sophomore on some in high school where I played on some really good teams. It was a really good team, right? We was the biggest team in Philly. I think we lost in that year. I believe we lost in the Sweet 16 of the public league or whatnot. And for me, I didn't feel left out. I went to all the tournaments. I was at practice every day. The dudes welcomed the starters, the seniors. They welcomed me with open arms. They talked to me. They didn't make me feel like, yo, man, get out of here. You're a bum. You're a scrub. You ain't playing. Get out of here. Yo, bro, go grab my bags. What I mean? It was all like a family. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when you have a good coach turns a team into a family. And the Knicks, I said this early in the year, I felt the Knicks was going to come out the East because they had the most experience with Jason Tatum was out at that time. They had the most experience with Tyrese Halliburton out at that time. So I felt like the Knicks would come out the East. But I didn't know if they was able to beat the Spurs. They were able to beat OKC. But now that you see Mike Brown coaching against a young Mitch, you seeing him being out coached. He's being out coached, and the reason why he's being out coached is because experience matter. Experience matter. But make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure you guys tap in. For all my fathers out there, you don't have to buy it. Send it to your girl. Score Society goes activewear. I'm taking 35% off the entire store until Father's Day. Put Real Hoopers in at checkout. All yours, bro. All yours. Everything we wear, everything we do is all of quality. I've never had a review that said, "Oh, this quality was terrible." Never had it. So make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you follow us on all social sites, Score Society. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.